One. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. So how are things been since we last seen each other?
Oh, everything's going fine. I mean, everything's the same, but I'm just thinking positive. I have been coming to you. You've been helping a lot, so I know that we'll get through everything that's going on.
Okay. So have you I know last time we spoke, we talked a little bit about jobs and your goal is to get a job. So have you worked any towards that goal? Like, have you filled out any job applications or?
I started to do the one that I heard about the fathers without employment. I started that one, but I really didn't understand it much. So
Okay.
it was just a start, not complete process.
I totally understand that. Well, at least you are making an effort to go in that right direction. I know last time we spoke, we talked a little bit about your living situation. Has anything, progressed with that, or are you still living on the land?
Yeah, we're still currently living on my mother-in-law land.
Okay.
It's still not enough space for all the children that are living with me, but we're just trying to make it work since that's our only option right now.
Is there anybody new introduced in the home, or is it the same 7 people that we talked about?
It's the same 7 people.
Okay, and just to clarify, that's your wife and your children?
Yes,
and your
my granddaughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So the purpose of this meeting is we're going to establish like a clear line of goals. And we're going to come up with what I call as an action plan. And that's a little bit about we're going to step by step put in writing, and see what we need to do to get to those goals. So we both have a clear line of communication, so we both know what's going on, what needs to be done, and what we need to do to get there. All right. So as far as the goals, I know one of your goals is to find a job. I know last time we talked about cleaning. Is that something that you're still interested in, or is there something else that you might want to do more?
I mean, cleaning is fine. I don't have a problem with doing that, so that's fine.
All right. And we talked a little bit about education-wise. You felt that you weren't up to what it needed to be with education. How is that going?
Still the same. I have taken one of the classes that you told me about last time, and I've learned just a little something more than I've known before. So I really do appreciate that.
Okay. So, and that was for your problem areas were reading, writing, and math,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
All right. All right. And what else? What else do you feel that I can help you establish a plan of action with? What are some goals? It could be personal, job related, family.
Well, we already have the goal of me having a job because I really want to be able to provide for my family. Another goal, I would like to apply for SNAP to get more money because what I get now isn't enough to feed the big family that I have. So it's like we're really stretching it. Also TANF. And then I do want to get a better living condition for my family and stop really living off of my mother-in-law.
All right, so just to clarify, we have 4 goals. We have finding a job, you're interested in SNAP, you're interested in TANF, and better living conditions overall for your family.
Yeah.
All right, great. So let's just do it one by one, and we're going to come up with kind of like a plan of what we need to do to get there.
Okay.
All right. So first, with finding a job, what are some things that you feel that you need to do in order to obtain this job?
I guess go out looking for who's hiring and applying for applications.
Okay. And as far as transportation, as far as going out and actually looking for the jobs, or is there something? Do you need transportation? Is that something that you're maybe interested in?
Some of the time I do have an old pickup truck that I drive, and sometimes it has its issues, but mainly it's okay. I do good with that.
All right. And as far as actually completing the application, are you having a rough time with that? Are you understanding everything that's going on when you're actually doing the application? I know some are online. Do you have access to that?
I don't have access to online applications applications,
Okay.
so I try to get the ones on paper. But
Okay.
like I was saying before, I do have trouble with the reading and writing portion of it. So it's like I'll start the application and I'll get somewhere where I don't understand, and I just get frustrated and stop.
All right. So what do you think is a appropriate time frame?
Maybe 6 to 7 months. I
Okay.
feel.
All right. So what I feel is with you finding a job, since there's kind of like an educational barrier as far as reading, writing, and math, I feel like I can set you up with more classes, maybe more intense classes, so you really understand for yourself what is going on for that. Because it's very important that you know everything about your whole application process, and once you get hired, the whole hiring process. So I think we need to set up some more classes for that. As far as transportation, I can set you up with services as far as to get you to actually the job interview, the everything like that. There is a service called a transportation service that I can kind of call around and try to get you set up with. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, I would really
Okay.
appreciate that.
And then as far as your applications, I know you said you don't have any access to internet at your home, but what we can do, we can set up some sessions actually at a library where I can sit with you and we can do the application together. Therefore, I can read it with you. We can, I can help you with that. And then there's online access there, so it kind of opens up the window for more job opportunities. Okay, because a lot of stuff is online now, so we can do that. And I'd say 6 to 7 months is a good goal for this. There's a job fair coming up. They were supposed to email me some information about that, and the next meeting we can talk a little bit about the job fair if you'll be interested in that. Also, building a resume and a cover letter. That's something that we might want to do because a lot of jobs require your resume and possibly a cover letter. So would you be interested in kind of doing a class for preparing for a job? Okay.
Anything so I can get a job.
All right. So I can set you up with a resume and cover letting expo that's coming up, and that all of those will kind of help you with obtaining that goal. Do you think you can do that? Is that something in your reach?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that's for that. Next, with the SNAP. So what is kind of holding you back from actually completing that application?
It's some of the financial information that they're asking for. I'm not sure if I have it or if I had it, or some of the different words on there I'm not really understanding or able to even pronounce.
All right. So what we could do for you, since it's kind of, I know that application is kind of tricky sometimes, and I know sometimes it's online. Are you trying to do the paper format or the
paper.
online? Okay. So this is what I can do. I can set you up with somebody actually in the SNAP department that can actually sit down with you and step by step tell you what needs to be wrong to do it, everything like that, so you feel in control, you know what's going on, you know what you're trying to sign up for.
Okay.
Do you have any SNAP benefits as of now? Or are you trying to just apply? Do you have any?
Yeah, I do have some now.
Okay.
They're giving me $150 a month, but it's just not enough to hold us for that whole month because of my family size.
All right, and have you do you have a case worker with this? Or?
I've tried to contact her and everything, but it's not really easy getting through to her.
All right, and what I can do for you, if you would give me that information next time, and maybe we can contact her within a meeting here, and I can try to, because I can advocate for you as well. So first we'll try to get in touch with the caseworker, but if that doesn't work, we'll get in touch with another caseworker that works in the SNAP department, and we'll get to working with the steps. They'll talk to you a little bit more of the steps to take for that, but we'll definitely get you to the right place. As far as TANF, what do you feel? Why do you feel like that would help you?
Well, I heard that with trying to get different living conditions. You have to have a certain type of income, and I haven't had a job yet, and I think that would help me and my family get the things we need. My children do need clothes. My granddaughter is still on formula, and I'm trying to get that. And me and my wife, we need, different things for the house and stuff like that.
All right. So you think this would just kind of help you overall, a little extra income coming in for you and your family? Okay. So as far as that, have you started an application for TANF or?
No, I haven't even started.
Okay. So this what I can do for you. I can definitely get you set up with someone in the TANF department that will tell you everything that you need to complete the application. And I suggest that you actually will set up a meeting for you to go and sit down with her instead of completing this over the phone, so you can actually see what is going on, how long it's going to take. And I know for the SNAP and the TANF, we really can't put a time frame on it because it just depends on when we get in touch with those right people.
Okay.
All right, and as far as a goal of living conditions for your family, for you, what would better living conditions be?
I just think I would appreciate anything with more space. So at least it'll just be 2 to a room instead of the 3. And I like to separate, my boys from my girls and everything like that. Because right now it's just whoever is in a room, just in a room, and they just appreciate pretty much anything.
All right, so you're looking for a little bit of privacy for your children.
Yes.
So they can, kind of do their own thing, the boys and the girls in a separate room, and just overall more space so the trailer is not coming up to par with the space. I totally understand that. So what is a time frame that you want to be able to save up enough money to actually get somewhere that has?
I feel like, the same amount of time, 6 to 7 months, or either a little longer, because I feel like in the 6 or 7 months I could do the TANF, the SNAP, the applications for jobs and things like that. And then after I'm able to get that and apply to all that, I'll have money and I'll be able to save up maybe 2 more months after that, and hopefully I'll have it, because you do have me in the classes of math, so hopefully I'll be better at that to save money and things like that.
All right, so just so we go over this, just so I know what's going on and you know what's going on, I'm just going to kind of recap goals that we set in the action plan.
Okay.
So you know what's going on. Okay, so a goal is to find a job in 6 to 7 months. We talked about transportation services, me sitting with you, actually helping you with applications, maybe online, having some sessions in the library, more intense reading and writing classes, actually setting you up in a class for that so that you can better know what's going on. Maybe an invitation to the resume and cover letter workshop that we have going on in a couple of weeks. I think that would really help you and benefit you in finding a job. All right, and as far as the SNAP, we need to try to get in touch with your caseworker that you do currently have and tell her some of the concerns about the amount of money that you're getting. So we're going to try to get in touch with her. But if not, we can set you up with someone new and that could probably, help you more in that area if the caseworker is not, doing what needs to be done. In the TANF, you have not started an application, but we feel like this will help you as far as with income, your clothes, your granddaughter, everybody in the home would benefit from TANF. So we need to get with someone in that department so they'll help you and sit down with you and start that application so you can start that whole process. Living conditions, I say give yourself 6 months to a year for more space for your family and more private living conditions for your sons and daughters so they can kind of be separated and y'all have your own little space. With that said, do you feel like this all can be done? How are you feeling about it?
I'm happy. Being here, I understand what I need to get done, the time frame that we're setting. I feel like we'll be able to accomplish it. I'm excited about the classes, so I'll be able to understand everything. So.
All right, and something that I like to do, we can do a service contract, just so you're stating that you understand what's going on. These are our goals, and I'm going to put it in writing, and I'm going to sign it too. So So we both know, and if we need to come back to it, we can look at it and say, hey, this is on this date, this is what we said, this is what's gonna get done.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so if you would sign right here. All right, and I'm gonna sign, and we can set up, I feel like we can get this done with setting up weekly meetings. Is that something? And if transportation is an issue, just let me know, we'll work together. So I will set up something for next week and go from there.
Okay.
All right, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right.